You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news this Tuesday, December 19th.
We're helping you get out the door this morning with 11 minutes of news, weather, and traffic. We start with Chesley. Coldest day of the week, Chesley.
It is going to be the coldest day of the week, and we're starting off that way with temperatures down into the 20s and 30s out there, folks. Grab your coat. You're going to need it all day long, as highs will only be in the 40s this afternoon.
Keeping an eye on trouble on I-20 eastbound near Wesley, or I should say near Chapel Hill out in Douglasville, and new trouble for Snellville. Watch this one here, Highway 78 westbound at Lake Lucerne.
And this morning there is a big change on Georgia 400 getting to Abernathy Road from Georgia 400, different than it used to be.
11 Alive's Jerry Carnes has been driving around the area all morning, getting a feel for this new exit.
The Georgia Department of Transportation said that this new exit would open at 5 a.m. They nailed it. It opened right at 5 o'clock. There it is. This is the new way from Georgia 400 southbound to Abernathy Road and Hammond Drive. You're going to exit a mile earlier than before onto the exit that has for years taken you to the North Springs MARTA station. If you're bound for Dunwoody or Sandy Springs, exit here. The MARTA station is to the left. Stay to the right to head to Abernathy and Hammond Drive. Watch the signs on Georgia 400 southbound and prepare to exit a mile earlier than before. Exit 5, the brand new way to Abernathy Road and Hammond Drive.
All right, you might be entitled to a pot of $2 million in back wages, but you need to act now to claim it. Here's what you want to do. Go to the Department of Labor's Workers Old Wages page, type in your company's name, select Georgia from that menu. If your employer is among the companies that withheld wages, you can search your name to see if you're eligible. All you need to do to claim your money is your identification, like a driver's license or passport. Any unclaimed wages will go to the U.S. Treasury.
This morning, big news for teachers and state employees. Governor Brian Kemp announced end-of-year bonuses on Monday. The $1,000 bonuses the state plans include educators and school support staff. It also adds about $45,000 per school for security. Lisa Morgan says she hopes the extra money will give those school employees some incentive to keep working in public education.
We cannot do our jobs each and every day without those education support professionals, and the fact that they're included is good. It is not a long-term solution to teacher burnout and the teacher shortage, but it is certainly something that will help.
Morgan is with the Georgia Association of School Educators. Now, state officials say the bonuses will appear in paychecks issued before New Year's Day.
All right, that was your top headlines.
All right, bundle up, Chesley.
That's absolutely right. As temperatures are down into the 20s and 30s out there so far this morning. Looking at 29 degrees in McDonough, down toward Locust Grove, 28 in Conyers, 26 right now in Noonan, 29 Fayetteville, Chattahoochee Hills, you're at 28 degrees, 29 in Dallas, over in Paulding County, 28 in Temple. 28 also up into Acworth. You're looking at 30 degrees right now in Marietta, 29 in Tucker, 30 in downtown Atlanta, 29 degrees also at the Fulton County Airport. Roswell, you're at 29 degrees as well. Yeah, this is bundle up weather, folks. You're going to need it for this morning. We got frost on the grass. Yes, indeed. Frosty morning starting off. It will be cold as we head into the afternoon as well. So we are planning forecast for today. Calls for sunshine, so you may need your shades, but you definitely need a coat to go along with those shades. 46 for our afternoon high temperature. At least the winds will be lighter today, down into the single digits, about 7 miles per hour or less for this afternoon. You're noticing throughout the southeast it's nice and dry. High pressure is building into our forecast area. We're still on the eastern side of that high pressure, so our winds out of the north this morning. They're light for the most part, but it's making that temperature around 30 degrees feel like the 20s out there. So you definitely want to maybe even put on some gloves if you're going to be standing out there. Just keep your hands right there in your pocket, right? Here's our forecast track model. You can follow along with me at the time right there. Top of the screen shows fair skies today, looking good. But we'll feel cold. Tomorrow, a few more clouds will start to work into our area. Going to start you off clear, but then the clouds will make their way in anywhere from partly to mostly sunny skies for the afternoon sky conditions. Those clouds will stick around for Thursday as well. We'll be seeing them off and on. We'll see a mix of sunny clouds right on through the afternoon. I think Friday is pretty much the same, but the good news with that is that there's no precipitation coming out of those clouds at all. Now, as we get closer to Christmas, that's where things change. Going to fast forward to the Christmas weekend. Saturday, partly sunny skies will be the call. This is one particular model that we're using to see this. You'll see that the clouds will increase on Sunday, Christmas Christmas Eve. 20% chance for an isolated sprinkle or two. It's a very low threat. Most of us won't see anything at all. It won't be until Christmas Day that the rain chance really increases over the area. Scattered showers around very early on, and then some of that heavy rain will come in by the afternoon and evening. Looks like it's going to stick around right on into Tuesday morning as well. So our temperatures will gradually warm up. Now we're going to start off in the 20s for Wednesday morning, Thursday morning as well, but by Thursday afternoon, look at that, 57 degrees. By the way, Thursday is the first day of winter. My pick for the week will be Friday. Got a 10 on the wazometer, near 60 for the high temperature, and then we'll hit the 60s by the time we hit Saturday. Sunday 58 with that 20% chance of rain, 50% chance on Christmas Day with 55 for the high. Crash.
All right, Chesley, appreciate that. We're keeping an eye on that West Expressway. We've got tractor trailer trouble sitting off to the side, and that's why we're starting to see a whole lot of slow traffic. And maybe now I give you that alternate. All right, here we go. I-20, we're talking about eastbound at Chapel Hill Road. They are blocking up a right lane. Police are with this tractor trailer. It was trying to get off to the right, but didn't quite make it. And that's why we're seeing these delays now starting to stretch as you roll from Winston through Deville. Do yourself a favor. Highway 78, Veterans Memorial Highway. That'll give you a little bit of assistance as you're rolling in on the west side if you absolutely hate brake lights. Heads up, Snellville. Don't talk a whole lot about y'all out there, but Highway 78 westbound as you're approaching Lake Lucerne Road, we've got trouble and we've got big delays making your way down from Highway 124 Scenic Highway out of Snellville, so be prepared for the Snow Mountain Freeway delays. Cheryl?
A lot of tail lights. It is 6:54. New this morning, there's a new lawsuit against former Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani, just days after a jury said he would have to pay $148 million to two Georgia election workers in a defamation lawsuit. Former Fulton County election workers Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss are now filing a second suit. They say Giuliani continues to defame them by falsely accusing them of committing fraud.
This morning, we have an update on the applesauce investigation we've been talking about. The FDA looking into high levels of lead found in cinnamon in some popular applesauce pouches. We now know lead levels were more than 2,000 times higher than they were supposed to be according to standards. The FDA says it is possible the contamination is from companies using cheaper ingredients in the applesauce in order to save money. At least 65 children have gotten sick from those pouches. If you think you've consumed this applesauce or your children, you should get blood tested. The FDA is looking into whether that cinnamon was used in anything else before being sold in stores.
They're playing with no fans. It's not going to be really a game.
Parents in Spalding County are sounding off this morning about no fans allowed in the stands for this year's rivalry basketball game between Griffin and Spalding. The district made this move because of fights at last year's games, also a student being shot and killed after a football game this fall.
Meet with the local police department as well as the sheriff department to think about some safety plans, offer a 2-ticket limit to parents, changing the times. Varsity might play at 11 a.m.
For now, the solution is no fans in the stands. There will be a live stream of the games, but it will cost money to watch it. This morning, a nonprofit dedicated to helping struggling food service workers is in need of help. The Giving Kitchen was created in honor of Jen Hiddinger Kendrick's late husband, a chef. He was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and the community rallied. This year, the Giving Kitchen saw unprecedented growth and needs more support. The goal is to help food industry workers struggling with illness or unforeseen circumstances.
Doesn't matter where you work, who you are, the color of your skin, your gender, that if you work in food service, you work in a Giving Kitchen.
So far this year, the nonprofit has distributed $3.2 million. Chesley.
Thanks a lot, Cheryl. By noon today, temperatures will only be around 40 degrees. We're only going up to about 46 for an afternoon high. We'll hit that right around 3 o'clock. It's going to be a cold afternoon, even though our winds will remain light and we'll have some sunshine out there. So make sure you grab your coat before you leave the house today. You're going to need it all day long. 38 degrees by 6 o'clock. We'll have clear skies, and that overnight low will drop back down into the 20s once again. That's where we'll start on Wednesday with a few more clouds mix again. Temperatures will gradually warm up as we head toward Christmas weekend.
All right, going to leave you with a couple of hot spots out there, including our wreck on the West Expressway, I-20 eastbound at Chapel Hill Road. Keep using Highway 78 as an alternate. And speaking of 78, Highway 78 westbound, your Snow Mountain Freeway. A wreck at Lake Lucerne Road jams your ride out of Snellville. I'll get you an update at 7:26.
All right, keep an eye on Georgia 400. A new doozy is opened.
Yeah, exit 5C. Going to go try it myself today.
Yeah, have you guys ever heard of a collector distributor ramp before you moved to Georgia?
No, ma'am.
Nah.
They're cool. I like them. You're looking at me. I don't know. Yeah.
It's like the diverging diamond.
Diverging diamonds. We got roundabouts. We got collector distributors. It's so cool to be a traffic guy.
Oh, I'm glad you love it. Have a good day, everybody.